Aloha. No, I'm just playing. All right. Well, today we're going to be talking about, and this is so informal, but you already know me by now, and we just hang out. But it's me and Daniel, and Quasi's joining in a few minutes. I just want to get a second with Daniel because he came across this man out of nowhere, and he'll explain about this book called NOS, which is Sun Backwards. And he emailed it to a whole bunch of people that are interested. And I read probably the first 13 pages, and it's just, anyway, I have to read the whole book before I can even leave my 2 cents. I know enough to have a conversation, though. So I'll let Daniel talk a little bit before Quasi gets in about what he found and who he came across. Hi,
Yes.
Daniel.
Hey, Jada. Thank you for having me. Um, yeah, so I'm not, honestly, I'll be honest, I'm not even done reading the book myself. I've been so busy the past 4 or 5 days, but I'm on like page 90, I think, 93. And the book is really mind-blowing. It's beyond mind-blowing. The book talks about, I think it has something for every type of truther out there. Someone that likes ancient cosmology, someone that respects all different types of truths and astrology and everything. So I guarantee if you pick up that book, I guarantee you'll finish reading it within a few days, and you're gonna get a lot of stuff out of this book. Anyway, listen. So I speak my intent into the sun, just about almost every day, and the past, before I came in contact with this book, I would say about 4 or 5 days, before I came in contact with the book, I would look into the sun, and I would say, please give me the knowledge of the ages. I intend to help lead people to heaven on earth, to the center of this dish. I would say so many things to the sun, and I would say I intend to find out more information about the sun, the black hole sun, the center of the dish, the green astral light. That same day, I kid you not, that same day, I had a client come to my job. He sat down, and I saw his notebook was out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
His notebook was out in the open. He had a bunch of books with him, a big bag and a notebook, and a drawing like this with, you guys can see, has an ankh, that Egyptian cane, and a few other things. So once I saw that candy cane and the ankh, and
I know once you saw that candy cane, you just about died. As close as contact you've been with Quasi
I
this
was like,
last
dude,
year.
what is that? I was like, whoa, can I ask you what is that? He's like, oh yeah, I'm an engineer. My brain's always going off, and I'm just always drawing things. I'm like, but you have the ankh drawn down, and you have like mathematical equations. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to come up with some type of um um. Oh man, he said like some type of time traveling machine. I was like, whoa, all right. I was like, first of all, what are you
Oh,
doing?
that's right up my alley because I love John Titter. Is that how you say his last name? Titter, or how do you say it? I don't know, but I used to watch Coast to Coast with Art Bell before George came on, and
Yeah,
I used to watch all that time travel. People would call in and would be from different dimensions.
nice.
That was
He had an
Quasi. He just said he was putting his son to bed, so he'll be here in a
okay.
minute.
He had an electromagnetic grid on his book, and anyway, so we talked, and then we got into the flat Earth, and I mentioned Hyperborea and Avalon, those two words. People call it Shambhala, they call it Eden, they call it Agartha, Agarthi, all types of different words, and all different types of names. And he said, yeah, Hyperborea and Avalon. Hold on 1 second. He's like, I was in a secret society, and I got this book. I would show you the book right now, but I gave it back to him today, and I made my own copies, of course, but he whipped out this book, and he goes to the exact page that says Hyperborea, Avalon, and I was like, what is this? Like, what the heck? And then I read the book cover. He's like, yeah. He's like, listen, man, like, you seem pretty cool. I could give you this book to borrow for like, 6 days, a week, six days to a week. I said, that'd be great. So he gave me the book to borrow, and we had a great conversation. But it wasn't until he left my desk that I made a couple copies, and I came across the first page, which talks about the North Pole, which is on the crown, and the South Pole, which is like by the solar plex. And then it says Thule, which is another name for center Earth. That's like the Nordic heaven. Anyway, so I was like, wow, that's great. Second page starts talking about the sun and the black hole sun and the green ray, the astral light. And I was like, whoa, this is intense. I said, this is like exactly what I was asking the sun for today. Sounds crazy. And then, like, let me just read something real quick. It says, "O sun of that reflects the black sun, O black sun that hides the ray of green light. Withdraw your luminous shadow, rend your veil so that I may see the hidden face veiled by your disc, by the revolving of your swastika, because the one who is hidden there is I myself." And I was just looking through the book, and this book like literally blew my mind, because this is everything that we've been talking about for a while. And I've been trying to find some type of book that actually has these words. And him both agreed that we both came into each other's contact, and it wasn't a coincidence. He does some heavy meditations. And he said, listen, brother, I met you today for a specific reason, and I'm here to grow with you. And I said, yeah, that sounds great. I met you today for a specific reason too. I spoke my intent to the sun, and I also do meditations. And this is great. So we became friends. And today I gave him back the book, and he literally came by my job and gave me 6 other huge ass heavy books. 2 of them are called The Woman's Dictionary Symbols of Sacred Objects. The woman meaning, like, going back to the matriarchal divine feminine goddess. And then 2 of the other books are called The Treasury of Traditional Wisdom. It's big and yellow. Another one is The Treasury of Traditional Wisdom, and it's big and black. The other one is called Deceptions and Myths of the Bible. And another one is called Mysteries, Investigation into the Occult, Paranormal and Supernatural. And then, yeah, another encyclopedia of myths and secrets, the Woman's Dictionary Encyclopedia. And it's got the fertility goddess right there. He's like, yeah, man, do your best on reading these. I want these back in about a month. I was like, shit, I'm not going to read all these books in a month. I'll do my best. And anyway, this book is really, really good. What I've got out of it, I made a couple copies. I have copies on the internet, and I have actual physical hard copies on paper. And hold on one second. Now, something that a lot of people have been talking about is they talk about the poles a lot in this book. They talk about Antarctica, and they talk about the Arctic, the center of the dish, also known as the North Pole. Some people now call it the South Pole. Some people say it's always been called the South Pole, the south pointing center dish. Now people say, and they're asking me too, like, which one are we supposed to go to? The center makes more sense. Antarctica, they feel, is really a big ring surrounding the Earth. And they said, like, I feel this way too. Like, if there is a portal or an opening to center Earth, it's going to be so much harder to find in Antarctica, as opposed to just taking a compass and going to the true center, North Pole, South Pole, whatever you want to call it, going to the center and literally finding it, because all compasses point to that center dish, and you're going to find a hole, Mount Meru also, like a magnetic North Pole, and the green astral lights that pop out of that center dish. makes a lot more sense. You want to go inward. And also, don't forget, Earth is also is an anagram of heart. And your center is, your chakra point of your center is green. And it's also Leo. Okay, so Leo is the center portion of your heart, is Leo, and it's also the green chakra, which is the sacred heart, the sacred heart chakra. And the golden age is supposed to be inside of the center of the earth. And the golden age, like right now we're in Aquarius, supposedly the golden age of center earth is in Leo. And it's the green center, which is the lion-hearted Leo. So they're in Leo, and they said Leo is the golden age. So when you go there, you should be able to communicate with animals, with plants, with minerals, with crystals, and you're just on a telepathic mind wave, and you drink from the waters of the fountain of youth, and everything is blissful and pleasant over there, and it's just like another, it's to the point where I can't even imagine how beautiful that center of the earth would be. And let me see something. Hold on. And also, a lot of people are talking about, are there other entrances or portals that lead to Avalon, Hyperborea, ley lines that possibly would lead there? Again, I don't know. I've heard everything from Tiwanaku in Bolivia and Machu Picchu, the Himalayan mountains. I've heard all types of things that, bottom line, I would say, why look for a portal if you don't know what the hell it is? Why go to Antarctica if you're not sure if it's just going to be a big ice wall? In the book, it says, this guy took his sword out and wanted to break the ice wall and penetrate other lands beyond Antarctica. All right. Now, I talked to Quasi about this, and he strongly believes that Buddhist map that came out that shows lands outside of Antarctica, he really believes that those lands that you see in that Buddhist map that's from like 1,000 years ago, the lands outside Antarctica are actually what's in the center. And he's saying that those lands that are outside in that map is actually, it's a deception. It's a hoax. He says he sees through it. And you don't want to go to Antarctica. You want to go to the center where the compass points. And those lands, those continents that you see.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So Quasi said he'll be here in 2 minutes. He's putting the son to sleep. But my thing is he always says the center of the compass, or point to the center. Where is this center? Does he know where the center is with this compass? He always, is he saying it's in Illinois, or is he saying it's in Europe, or what is he saying?
My best guess is that it's at the true North Pole, which would be anywhere where the Arctic is. It would be a little bit more north of the Arctic. So if you're talking Alaska, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Greenland, Iceland, we're talking north of that. We're talking the compass keeps pointing north beyond all those Arctic regions. And the green lights, the northern lights, the aurora borealis should lead you there. The aurora borealis, the northern lights, astral lights, they should lead to the center of Earth. And of course, you have a compass, just keep going north. So if you're in Iceland, you're in Greenland, Alaska, you still want to go more north. And the next question is, how are we going to get there? How many people are we waiting for? Well, I mean, there is a Facebook page now that I think Benjamin Kirk, he made this page, and he made me the administrator of this page. And it's called Journey to the North Pole, Journey to the Center of the Earth 2020. And it sounds crazy, it sounds ridiculous, but it's on point, and this is something that we have to make happen. I think so far we have 450 members in the past 2-3 days, which is great. Of course, a lot of people have their own opinions, and but I'll be honest, this page is not so divided. Not so divided. A lot of people pretty much on the same page. We want to go to the North Pole. We want to go to the center.
So I guess we just have to make.
Yeah, we want to do it together, because don't forget, there's militaries that surround this center Earth. There's militaries, and it's a trip that could possibly kill us. And so I mean, I'm not trying to scare you guys, but it's pretty serious. This is like we got to literally put your life into this. Yeah. So
Can you see me? I'm here.
yeah. What's up, Quasi?
How are you?
Good, man. We're live right now. So how are you?
I'm doing good, man.
Good,
I
good,
appreciate
good.
you, man. Listen, Dan, I appreciate you guys. This is
Yeah.
real. This is real, man. It's coming together. It's because of you. You broke me out of my shell. You guys were the first videos that I did. Remember?
Yes, yes, I remember, man.
You came along. You were the first one who came along and made it happen. And it wouldn't have happened. It's destiny. You were the one who broke me out of the shell. You had to come along to bring it forth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
indebted to you. I'm indebted to you, man. Can you see what we're doing with the flyers now? I'm going to bring 20 people together. That would be me and 19 other people who will throw up $100. We'll get 100,000 flyers, or as many as we can, and divide them up evenly. And if we got like 100 T-shirts divided by 20 people, it would be 5 T-shirts each with the YouTube logo. And it says, NASA busted, faking every mission to cover up the fountain of youth. Every compass points to the fountain of youth, this type of thing. And then maybe put a couple of, you'd have to be fucking retarded not to see it, or something like that. Something that puts a special twist to it. And it's got to be really, really soft type cotton that we want to wear, so that we can, put it on comfortably and want to wear it. Nobody wants a scratchy T-shirt, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we got to do something like this. And the flyers, like, watch this. A church gets out, like one of these big churches around here, Sunday at 11 o'clock. And I just go by the door, and just as people pass out, you think you're on a ball floating through space as an accident, you know what I mean? And let the flyers do the rest. And I'm going to put it the same way. The T-shirts have to match the flyers, with NASA busted, faking every mission to cover the fountain of youth, which is right over there. Every compass points to it.
That sounds great, man. That sounds really,
you know what I mean? And you are hereby informed. It will say on here, you are hereby informed. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Another thing, the deed, look, you can pay off cars with your deed. I'm sorry, with a promissory note. If you look on YouTube, pay off your car with a promissory note, pay off your home with a promissory note. You'll see it's true.
Okay.
You don't need any money. You got to see these videos. It'll blow your mind. So if you have a car note right now, you can pay it off with a promissory note. And there's a guy who's showing you how to do this. A whole bunch of videos online. So make sure you make a note of that and look at this. And
wow. This just came out recently.
Well, it's just like the LIBOR bank scam that I pointed out, $1,200 trillion, that you go into a bank and you sign the deed of trust, but then you're not supposed to sign, I'm sorry, you sign a promissory note, they deposit it as cash into their bank, and your house is paid off. But you, like an idiot, go sign the deed of trust. And what they do is they monetize your promissory note and paid off the loan. You take out insurance in case you default on the loan, and if you do go 91 days late, the whole loan is paid off. The bank is paid twice out of your own stupidity, because you were supposed to walk away after signing the trust. I mean the promissory note, and then the deed of trust. They need to stay together, but they don't. There's the MERS banking computer system, and there's no paper trail. In any case, this has been exposed. $1,200 trillion stolen, but all the other, it's all coming undone now. Now you can see that you can pay off. Now you got to see these videos to show you how to get even with the bank, with the cars. Also, that the laws don't apply to anybody unless they're an employee of the government. Did you hear what I said?
Repeat that.
Okay, the laws do not apply to you, only to employees of the government.
Oh, okay.
People don't know that either. You're a sovereign individual. Those codes and things are for the employees. you know, codes, and like you don't need a travel. You can travel without a license. Everybody knows that. But
Yes, of course.
people don't exercise it. But it's been exposed. It's if that you're doing taxi work or delivering something for a company and using the King's roads for profit. You are part of the UCC code, and they've monetized they've monetized you. So, any case, what I'm saying is that just knowing this stuff, that people could pay off their car deed, their house, and everything with a promissory note, because the banks, you know, it's been exposed. Once you mail it into a bill, they have to take it. It gets mailed in as here is written receipt, and they reply back with it's paid in full. And it seems like impossible, but you have to see the videos yourself. So write that down. Pay off your car with with the promissory note. Pay off your home with the promissory note. You'll see it for yourself. It'll blow your fucking mind.
Wonderful. Thanks for that
Quasi.
information, Quasi.
Your whole life is going to change after seeing this. Go ahead.
That's power, man. That's power. Thank you.
Quasi, I did a video with Lee a long time ago, and I did all that where you send in the $100 and they send you like unlimited promissory notes, and it's the same thing. But Lee ended up doing something with the electric company. But the guy who runs the whole program, his name is Peter. Does that ring a bell?
No. But this, I'm telling you, it's amazing though. I'm started looking at the videos, and it all unfolded with, like in a previous video I just made like 2 videos ago, is a flat earth video, but the back end of it I used to explain the Libor bank scam, which is $1,200 trillion that they've stolen from us, because everybody who sat down to buy a home didn't know that the first thing that they were made to sign was a promissory note. And that was supposed to be held in case you default on the loan. But banks don't loan money. That's a joke. What they do is they take your promissory note and they deposit it into their own bank as cash money. Okay? And what they do is they pay off that house, that whatever it was that you bought, and you don't own the bank anything. It's paid in full with the promissory note, because now they're going to go loan that money out to other people for interest. Do you understand me?
Yeah, yeah.
That's how they create money.
To get money, yeah.
If your promissory note is how the bank creates money. So when the Fed wants to make money, they need to loan money to stupid people who sign what? Promissory notes, and then also deeds of trust, like idiots. Because once you sign the promissory note, that was like handing the bank whatever that number was in cash, because that's what they're going to deposit, and then they're going to sell it off to other people. Like they're going to sell off the deed of trust. So they take your promissory note, they deposit it into their bank as cash, and then they loan that money out to other people, because it's just numbers in a computer. Now, and how, like, even if I bought this from you, it's going from one bank to all the banks are owned by one. It's a big fucking scam. So now you sign a deed of trust after. So the first thing you go to do at your closing in a bank or when you buy a car is you sign your promissory note, which gets deposited into the bank secretly as cash. You think it's not cash and it's just held there in case you default on the loan. But there was no loaned money. Banks don't loan money. They take your promissory note first, they deposit into the bank as cash, they loan out money against that cash that does not exist, and the promissory note paid off the original thing because they deposited it as cash. They didn't tell you. Now the deed of trust that you sign in case you default on the loan, they're going to go sell that and monetize it. They're going to securitize it. What they do is they now sell that deed of trust to a group of trust, which they discount to Japanese companies or whatever, and they bundle them up. It's crazy when you see how they do it. It's insane. You wouldn't believe it. A person pays for their car right there on the spot with the promissory note. So you go into a dealership, you sign your promissory note in the finance department. The papers that they make you sign when you buy a car has a promissory note in there in case you default on the loan and you drive the car off. They're going to hold this piece of paper against you so they can take whatever money you have. But the thing is, that promissory note ends up being deposited as cash into a bank secretly, and they're not telling us that. So that means that you can pay off, like she said, you can get 100 promissory notes for $100 or something like that. So however, I didn't go through the whole thing, but what I'm saying, it's been exposed. All you have to do is go look at the videos. They're showing you the letters that come back after they send them in, and it says paid in full. And that's it. It's done. They own their car, they own their home, they own their shit, and it's impossible type shit, but it's because they deposited them as cash and then they loan money against it, and that's why it works. You see what I'm saying?
All
and
they do is this.
That's the secret. It's that your signature on a promissory note to them is just as good as cash because it's numbers in their computer that they're going to be able to now lend out 10 times as much of, because that's what fractional lending allows them to do.
Pink headphones.
Can you see it in clear now? There's really no way to fuck it up. It's all about the promissory note that you sign when you take a loan out for a car, a house, a loan, or whatever it is. I don't care if it's a college education. They make you sign a promissory note. Hell, if we take an Avon kid away without paying, they're going to make you sign a promissory note before you hit the street to go pimp it door to door. You know, they make you sign a promissory note for $300 before you take their merchandise out to try and sell it. In case you don't come back with it, they're going to hold it against you in small claims court or something like that. But a house is much bigger, and so is a car. So these are big numbers that have been stealing from us. It amounts to $1,200 trillion, and it's been exposed. It's called the LIBOR bank scam. So now that it's been exposed, we can see how they're doing it, and now we know how to apply it. You just have to go look it up. Pay off your car with with a promissory note. Go look it up. Once you see this, and also how the laws only apply to employees, once you have this, now you're on a whole other level. Plus your blood's over your intent. It's that where you were 90 days ago, where you were last year, you know what I mean? You're going to realize that, look, we're pointing to the way out at the center of the dish. What could be huger than that? We're bringing forth heaven on earth. I mean, it's real. What? Tell me what's bigger than that. Show me a superhero that's done it. I don't care if it's Spider-Man, Superman. Show me one of them that brought heaven on earth. Daniel, David, show me one of them. None of them. They're all beating each other up. How could they bring forth heaven on earth, right? But here, you and me, we have our blood, and there's all these other people, and you're going to see it's going to grow because it's real, and we're pointing to the way out. Let it sink in. The fountain of youth is right over there. You'll see. It's just, if it takes me 3 or 4 years, it's the fountain of youth. You'd have to fucking be retarded. You know what I mean? It's going to click. It's going to click. So once they sink in that the earth is flat, every compass points inward. Can you see it? Can you see the future already? Just knowing this knowledge changes everything. It's that we're already headed that way.
Definitely.
I can't be the only one who feels it. I mean, really, you found that book. You found that book. When you sent it to me and I started reading the words in there, it's impossible. How is it? It's like word for word what I've been saying.
Dude, this is meant to happen. This is like it's like written down in the history books. Yes, I know. It blew my mind away, man. I was shaking when I fucking read it.
I know, and now this book with all the symbols, you know, in the video, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, that too, yeah.
So listen, Daniel, I'm getting this signal from like a force that permeates the universe, and it's telling me that to get through that hole into the land of milk and honey, this is the measure. Your blood is either spilt, you made yourself thicker than water, or you didn't. When you get there, I make sure to tell everybody, it's blood over 10. I don't see how you're going to get through that hole without blood over 10. That's the land of milk and honey. Why do you think they're going to let in there? Everybody knows only the devil hides in 10.
Because you need a certain frequency to get in.
What I'm telling you is that, just like I say that on my videos, that's exactly what they're going to say to a person when they get to that door. It's like, Quasi been saying it since the beginning, only the devil hides. Everybody knows that in every language, every culture. It's that it's real. Those specific words. I looked into the sun. We are inside the sun. One side of a light hole is a light hole, a black hole. So when you take that disc, when I see the sun up in the sky, I see my son will tell you that's a black hole up there. That's a black hole because one side of a light hole is a what? It's one coin, two sides. It's the same thing. We are in between that on the division symbol. There's no way to fuck it up. When you see a division symbol, you know what I mean? There's just no way to mess that up. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Is my camera on?
I don't know. Jada, can you see him?
It's who?
You
can you see Quasi?
No, I can't see his face. I just see a blue picture.
Now I see it. Now it's coming on.
There you go, brother. Nah, now you are. Yeah, there you are.
Right. Now you can see me. All right.
You gave some great information right there, man.
Quasi, when I started reading that book Daniel sent me, I almost freaking died. Because it sounded like you wrote it. At first, I thought it was a joke.
Daniel, I don't understand how you found that's impossible. Because I verified everything in the first 20 pages or something.
I know, man. I was like, literally, I spoke my intent to the sun. This guy, he met me. He's like, listen, man, it's not a coincidence. I said, I know it's not. He meditated on meeting someone interesting for once in his life. We met each other. We became friends. I gave him back the book today. He gave me 6 other books, like big freaking books, all about symbols and all types of good stuff.
I've been meaning to mention the book. I've been meaning to mention it in the video. It's just I found this other book. And, I was looking at all the symbols. It's the first thing that came to mind. And
yeah, I told Jada you made another a video about another book with symbols, a big picture book. It's
right,
really good. That's a good video.
Your book, you know what? That book, you need to make the camera steady on an angle, or you know what I'm saying. You need to get and just hold it with like a ruler like this up against your like a wall like this where the camera's on it, and then the lines match up perfectly with the ruler, and you just hold the camera like this, and then you're just reading down the page like this with the ruler, steady like this.
Yeah.
Just read it to people, okay? And then when you're done with that, you know, the whole page or whatever that points at, and then break it up over a couple of videos so you get the views. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, gotcha.
Like Quasi was pointing out, and you match it up, because really we're in this together. I'm telling you, I wouldn't even be making videos like we're doing Facebook, where people wouldn't even see my face if it wasn't for you guys. You were the first
I know.
one to take me out of my shell.
Broke you out of your shell. That's the same exact words my girlfriend said. You said, Daniel, you broke Quasi out of his shell. She said that last week, man.
And that's funny you're talking about shells because I'm doing an Oracle Ocean class.
That's right.
And you look great. You look great.
I look like crap. But I said there's no way I'm not going to meet up with Quasi and Daniel because I've been trying to get with you for a week, but you know my daughter's off to school the 17th, and I don't have promissory notes yet. So they want like an arm and leg literally for my daughter to go to school, and she had a 3.775 grade point average. So as you see what I look like, I'm working 2 extra jobs, and it's just ridiculous.
You know how easy it is to make a promissory note? This is it. All you need is to make a promise. I promise. It's all promissory note is an IOU. And since we pay with bills, your $10 bill, you know, you get a bill in the mail. It's a debt. You're paying debt with debt. They bankrupt our government. We don't use gold. So it's that we're paying dead corpses to each other. That's literally what it amounts to. Because these are debts, like dead. It's dead money. There's no money. It's not gold. It's fiat currency. It's dead. It's a mortgage means your mortgage. You execute a loan. Execute, like kill. You know what I'm saying?
It's a dead gauge.
That's because you sign a promissory note and a deed of trust like a retard, and they've been doing it forever. That means that they've stolen everything from us, and everybody's so dumb and blind, it's inconceivable. Everybody signs a registration for their home or everything. Register to them. You give it over to them. To register, it means you gave it to them, and you have to pay them to use it. If you don't register it, then it's an illegal firearm, or it's an illegal car you can't drive, or they'll repossess you know what I'm saying? You're forced into it at a gunpoint. At gunpoint. You understand me? So now you can see it all. There's no way to mess it up.
That's right.
So, listen, try and picture me in my videos the way I talk. And I teach my son. He's 10 years old. And I make sure he understands that everybody around him thinks they're on a ball floating through space as an accident. Do you understand me? By automatic categorization, they are automatically a bumbling fucking idiot. Because they think they're flying on a ball like this. You've done a merry-go-round before? And if it spins too fast, you'll go flying off. You know what I'm saying? It's just no way to mess it up. But plus, you're going like this around the sun, and then up, and then look at every direction, a million miles. You know what I mean? It's just
things move.
You never held your hand out of a car window and felt the breeze. You never been on a, you know what I mean? Never been on a swing. If the swing disappeared on your swing like this, you know what I mean? So it's people. They're automatically, by definition, of retardation just for that one thing. They literally think they're an accident, spinning through space.
And we're being laughed at. We're being laughed at by them.
People don't like. Look, you see how I am in my videos. I fucking nail. That's who I am in face to face. If somebody's gonna engage me, anything. Look, I don't see how anybody can compare to you after knowing this. Who can compare to you in knowledge? There's nobody that you can point to that can compare to you. I don't care who it is. They still can't see the black sun. They don't know where the astrolite coming out of. They can't see the creature. They can't see anything. You know what I'm saying? They're literally bumbly fucking idiots. So
Jada stepped out when you were talking about making flyers and T-shirts and handing them out.
Right. But do you see the attitude that I take in my videos? What I'm trying to get across to people is that eventually it'll sink in and they'll start realizing that everybody's got such a thick skull. You need to have thick skin and just cut straight to the choice. You can't find the internet to save your life and type in Earth, not a globe, and watch a couple of videos. No, you don't want the truth. They don't want the truth. If I told you that Jesus was the Son and the Son is conscious and you should be looking into it and you'll become If they don't want the truth. You know what I mean? People don't want the truth. So if anybody's going to engage you like they have some sort of knowledge, okay, you just cut them off. You're a fucking retard. You can't say it. That's what I do. Don't even try and take up anything complex with me. You're a fucking retard. So if anybody literally tries to engage me with any type of intelligent talk, I slam them directly to the fucking wall. That they are a fucking retard and they can't see anything. Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Well, I just don't
No small
understand
talk. I don't waste no time with small talk with people. Do you hear me? And
Yeah,
neither
yeah.
should
I know
you.
you don't.
If
And you get straight
anybody
to the fucking
engages you
point.
with
You don't beat around the bush.
I'm telling you, if
Yeah.
anybody
I don't
tries to
understand.
engage me, you hear me? Hold on, just listen to me. Focus for a second. If anybody tries to engage you with any intelligent speak, you need to fucking slam into the wall and tell them you're a fucking retard. You think you're on a ball floating through space.
Love it.
You think
Okay.
NASA's real? There's air bubbles in all the footage.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't see
Well,
anything.
that's what I was about to say, Quasi.
I'm
I don't
listening.
understand how the conversation gets past the man James Van Allen in 1958 when that's what they named the Van Allen belt after, was James Van Allen. So how did somebody even get to the moon in 1966? Because he clearly made that Van Allen belt was known in 1958. It's named after him. So I don't even see how people can get past that.
Gotta let them know. The creator of NASA, Werner von Braun, has it fucking engraved in his tombstone on a rock. Psalms 19:1. The beauty and the architecture of the firmament shows God's handiwork. The guy who created NASA and the space exploration, he's telling you, there's a fucking firmament, there's a vaulted dome you can't pass.
Right, so I don't understand why the conversation's past that. People should know you cannot get past. There's no way people got past the monkey suits in 1966. They can't get through it now in 2016.
Listen, eye on the prize. You got to stay. I always tell you, eye on the prize. I always focus the center of the dish. Every compass points to. It needs to become a part of your vocabulary. Whoever engages you, you need to start off. You can't even see that every compass points to your salvation, the fountain of youth. It's right over there. You should look online. There's a bunch of us coming together. We're going to make it to the center. I'm going to scream this out for the next 5 years. I'm sure I'm going to wake up enough people. But I'm telling you, you need to project it to these people. And you remember, they can't compare to you, even remotely. As long as you understand that this place is fixed, that they think outer space is real, they can go up there and this is what they're thinking. Okay, they're automatically disqualified as they're a bumbling idiot. So you're in a mental institution right now, and you're the doctor with the vaccine. So once that sinks in, it's that your blood is published. Do you understand me? You're on a level that they can't even imagine yet. Okay, so what I'm saying is, it's when somebody tries to engage you on an intelligent level, just point out you can't even see shit. Every compass points to watch a few more of my videos, and you got to start dishing it out. You got to hear my son dish it out at 10 years old. And I ask him, point to somebody that doesn't think they're on a ball floating through space. They're automatically qualifies themselves as a bumbling fucking idiot. They think they're an accident. Do you understand me? You are not an accident. Okay? This place was built. It's fixed. It's one side of a label's life. It's designed, and it's like we're in Total Recall the movie, and it's like we paid to have the memories of us bringing forth heaven on earth. You understand me? Mm-hmm. That's the way I see it. It's like we paid to live this out together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
We three,
this is like going
we break out, showing our face and
history books.
Like I said, show me one fucking superhero that's bringing forth heaven on earth and spilt their blood on it. Show me one fucking. You can't find any. They don't do that. That puts you above them all, superhero type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the way people describe it to me, because I don't see any. If a superhero endorsed spilling their blood over their intent, everybody would do it, and we'd bring forth heaven on earth. But they're not smart enough. They're just a big oaf with no brains. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Quasi, let me tell you, man. This guy, one of your fans, Benjamin Kirk, he made me administrator of this page on Facebook called Journey to the Center of the Earth 2020. We have like 420 or 400 something members now. And a lot of these members, like most of them, are your fans and subscribers. And I said Quasi doesn't really mess with Facebook. Any messages that you want to tell him or comments, let me know.
Just tell him to email me direct. Give him my email.
Yeah. First of all, I did it to a couple people.
Give him my email anytime you want. You can publish my email as many times you want. I give you permission to publish my email at will. You know what I'm saying? So if people are asking about me, just give them my fucking email. you have is Give About Super Lumi TV. It's just an email.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
And whoever's watching this, because people are watching this right now, that I have my live chat finally working, so people could comment if they wanted to talk to you or get your email. I'll type it in here so they can see it. But I finally got my live chat working.
I worship you guys, man. It's you guys who got me going, showing my face. It was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people need to attach a voice to the face. You know what I mean? You guys help bring it real. You make me real. I'm nothing without you guys. I worship you. I'm indebted to you.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, people would comment, "Oh, this guy's
if
scared
I could come over there and kiss your feet, I would." Because I appreciate you. We got to sit together. We got to start pushing these flyers and getting people involved. To, like I said, think in intervals of 20 people, kicking in $100. That's $2,000. The idea would make like 100,000 flyers divided by 20 people is 5,000 flyers each. That say NASA busted, faking space, air bubbles, and all the footage. Hiding the fountain of youth that every compass points to. It's right over there. 12-hour flight. Eternal life. You're way out of the matrix. You'd have to be retarded not to see it. It's every symbol. And then remember, it's got a YouTube logo, and it shows them what to search on YouTube. I'll make sure it has some good information and T-shirts that match it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to start publishing this in my videos. Every video. This is a standard thing, and I'm going to start out trying to do. So if we start thinking this, then we can start breaking this out. And because we need to get to the center of the dish before we're dead. You understand me? We need to get there before we're dead. It's clear to me. That's the Holy Grail. It's right over there. So it's just a matter of advertising this now. Obviously, they haven't knocked me out and you guys off, so we're good. Let's just follow it through now. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? The caliber of information we're talking about here, we're all still here, are we not?
Yeah, of course, of course. Well,
okay.
Quasi, so you're gonna. How soon do you think you're gonna have these flyers and whatnot, T-shirts and stuff?
I got 3 people already are talking that they want to. I'm sure in like 45 days. Let's all in the next 45 days try and work on bringing a $100 bill together and go into print, and then I'll make sure that we mail out to each person that threw $100 5,000 flyers, if that's what we get. You know what I'm saying? And we want 100 T-shirts divided by 20 people, so that'll give us 5 soft T-shirts, nice cotton T-shirts that we would wear, where the sun won't make us hot, but it'll say YouTube, and then right under it'll say search YouTube for, or it'll leave a link to our channel, something like this for the information. We'll go right for our channels. How about we just put our channels? Whoever puts up money and has a channel, you know what I'm saying? We'll put their names on the channel. We'll search their channel and this information to go along with the flyers. Okay? So the idea would be to coordinate and promote the channel, the information, and the understanding that your eternal life is right over there. Every compass points to it. We just have to get together. When enough of us are together, guess what? There's no way to stop the migration. We are going to get our fucking eternal life. And I'm not stopping until we're there. I'm going to scream it out to the top of my lungs. And you need to start doing the same thing. And everybody's a fucking retard. You need to adopt that personality right now, because that's who can compare to you. They're all fucking retards, and they don't even want truth. You got to fucking force feed it down them. You're a fucking, you know what I'm saying? You can't even find the internet. You can't even type in simple shit. You have to project it at people like that. And spill your blood over your intent. I don't trust anybody unless, you know what I mean? You have to live it. I'm living it. I'm publishing it in all my videos, aren't I?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Those videos. My story has never changed, has it? It's like people tell me it's the same shit over. That's right. It's like I just find a new way to say the same shit every time. It's like.
It's the voyage, man. The voyage starts in here in your head, and it's going to manifest, and it's going to happen, because we have to keep saying this voyage is going to happen. We're going to make this voyage. We're going to get 1,800,000, whatever, 200 million, I'm sorry, 2 million, whatever the case, we're going to go, and we can't be stopped. We can't be stopped. We're going to do this.
But don't try and oversell it. Just Just point out the obvious. You don't have to sell anything. I'm telling you. You're on a biblical type of. You're biblical. Like I said, point to a superhero that can even touch you. You're biblical. You're fucking biblical. You just don't see it yet. I see it now. We're pointing to the Holy of Holies. For heaven's sakes, everlasting life. Who the fuck can see that? Nobody. I mean, it's crazy. So when I say you're biblical, it just hasn't sunk in yet. You were way fucking biblical. Make no mistake about it.
Quasi, listen, page 73, it was talking about in the beginning, the first few years of Aquarius, word for word, the first few years of Aquarius, a catastrophe will happen, and like there needs to be like a migration to.
Hey, listen, don't pull that shit with me with catastrophes and shit. Just throw that shit away. You need to keep your eye on the prize. All that shit is fear-based mind control. There's a dome up there. No fucking catastrophe. Everything's a lie. Nothing just happened.
You don't think anything set up by
I'm
people
telling you.
Yeah.
Every time people bring that shit up to me, I just want to hang up the phone. I don't see it that way. I can see the future. No fucking catastrophes. It's all in your head. You're a fucking retard. Okay? There's nothing stopping us from going there. There's no catastrophes. It's all fake. Every fucking thing on TV is fake. Do you understand me? Everything's fake. It's fake. Tell me something that's real, Daniel. Point to some story on TV that's real. It's all fake. It's all bullshit. It's all just. Okay? You need to cut through all that shit and stop reading and just focus on the prize. And the minute you start bringing up all that shit, it's like I immediately go into like flip that mode. And you need to also and stop seeking out negative shit. So if people say like a catastrophe is supposed to happen, no, it's not. The catastrophe already happened. This is the result. Everybody's a retard. Look around you. They say Atlantis sunk under the sea. It's right over there in the Holy of Holies. They cut it out of everybody's mind. Catastrophe already happened. You're living in the past. I'm living in the future. Okay? They told you Atlantis sunk beneath the waves. Did they not?
Yeah.
Okay. But it did not sink between the waves. It's right there. Every compass points to it. If you want to go there, they're not going to let you through that hole unless your blood is thicker than water. Okay? And I'm telling you, your blood is thicker than water. Okay? There is no catastrophe. It's all mental. They told you it sunk between the waves. You were underneath the division symbol. Now you're on top. The catastrophe is in your fucking head. They said everybody's a walking catastrophe. Because now they go to bank and they buy cars and stuff and they pay for it right there on the spot. And then they agree to all this other shit. Don't you understand the catastrophe's already fucking happened? Everybody's asleep. They can't see what's happening. We're all being ripped and fucked right now. You're waiting for a catastrophe. It's already here. Do either one of you drive? Daniel, does anybody own a home? You know anybody who owns a home? Do either one of you know anybody who owns a home?
Yeah.
You don't own shit, because right when you don't pay taxes, the shit's gone. You don't own nothing. You will never own nothing.
What I'm trying to say is that these people walked into a bank and signed a promissory note and didn't walk out. They then signed a deed of trust and handed their property over, lock, stock, and barrel, out of their own retardation.
Once they registered,
it's going on forever. It's with your car and their student loan and everything else. And what I'm telling you is the catastrophe has already happened. You are a walking fucking catastrophe and you can't see it. You're waiting for something to happen that's already happened. And you just need to snap up. It's like everybody's their own worst enemy for real. They can't even see it.
Well, when people hear as above, so below, they don't understand that as above is in your mind. As above, so below is in our bodies. It's not as above in the stars even that big. It's narrowed down even to ourselves.
All right, listen, anytime you hear as above, so below, what they're telling you is one side of a light hole is a black hole. It's one coin, two sides, and you're inside of it right now. Okay? It's the division sign. It's one dot above and one dot below. The dot below is the sun above our head. I measured it. It's 32 nautical miles in diameter. At high noon, it's 3,100 miles away from you. What I'm telling you is that it spirals around, moving inward and outward, bringing the seasons. The sun beneath us is 800 miles in diameter, and it is fixed. It needs to send the astral light straight through the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish, where it hits the dome and showers down on us. I shown you in that video I did. You can see it in the book. There's no way to fuck it up. So what I'm telling you is that there's no way to fuck this up, and you guys are complicating shit. You need to see my last video, maybe the last two videos. I don't know how anybody can mess that up, but the last few videos, it's all clear. You just, like I said, you got to focus on the prize. Everybody else, like when I say people have questions and all this shit, that's because, like I said, and if their blood's not published beside your own, if I was you, I wouldn't get all hung up on people whose blood is not beside your own. I'm very clear with people. I don't want to have ongoing conversation with people who don't place their blood beside my own because they are fucking zombies and they will feed on the living. I told you that, Daniel. They won't let you dig that hole unless your blood is thicker than water because you're a zombie. Legally, your country set up a corporation in your name. You're a dead corpse. And the vaccines that everybody's taking has aborted baby fetuses. They're all fucking cannibals. And what I'm telling you is that you need to get through this. If you want to get through this hole, you need to understand that this is real. That it's the land of milk and honey is right over there, and that you're not allowed in there unless you're in the state of mind. Yeah. Because you would be the virus that fucks everything up. They ain't letting that happen. They ain't stupid. You understand me? They're not getting you through that door unless your blood is thicker than water. You'd only be kidding yourself. I'm telling you. It's the land of milk and honey. It's the place that's good and wholesome because it keeps the riffraff out. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
And if your blood is not thicker than water, you're fucking riffraff. You ain't going through that hole to the land of milk and honey. And, you know, it's just the way it is. Okay? And I'm telling you, there's going to be a migration, and there's going to be a lot of sorry people who went and didn't spill their blood before they went, and they're not going to be allowed through that hole. And if you think I'm kidding, you think I'm kidding, so I go and I figure all the shit up till now, and we know, now suddenly I start kidding with this. No, listen to me. It's exactly this way for a reason. Anybody could see it. It's the land of milk and honey through that hole, and it is that way, and it's so pristine and wonderful. Like I was saying, try and picture the flat earth map that shows you the flat earth map and it shows you land on the outside. What I'm telling you is the underneath is 25% water and 75% land. Whereas up top, it's 75% water and 25% land. So when you see that circle with the land on the outside, what they're telling you is if you were to flip it over and take all the provinces there and outline them, and then cut them out into puzzles, now flip the thing over and now place them all around the map, that's what they've done. It's a puzzle that comes together underneath. And what I'm telling you is that I can see right through this shit because I was given eyes to see through this, so we are successful in our mission, which is getting to the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish where every fucking compass points to. You need to keep your eye on the prize, okay? And don't let people rough you up, okay? And I don't take anybody seriously who doesn't have their blood beside my own. Am I clear?
Yeah, of course.
And I'm flat out straight in my videos. I tell you, okay? You're fucking, until your blood is beside mine, you can't possibly have any eyes to see. How can you benefit me? I won't take your advice. How would you take advice from a fucking retard? They can't even see anything until you point it out to them. So you see what I'm saying? Once you step across this line, you realize something. It's really, you're their only hope. If you don't spell it out for them, tell me who will, Daniel.
No one. No one.
You have that book with all that knowledge. Who's going to make a video and explain it all out to them like that?
Unless they have the book over there? No one, yeah. I understand.
I don't have a printer to print off that book. I would need it physically in my hand to make a video with that. You understand me?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
unless it's in my hand, I would only be talking. It would be like I would have to point out to your video. So you need to lead the way with that book since you have the hard copies or something like that.
The hard copy, I have two full copies. I still have the hard copy in papers, but the actual paperback book, I gave it back today, but I still have the hard.
You don't need the paperback book, but you have something physical to point a camera at. Do you have something physical to point a camera at? You can't hear me? Or you can't hear me?
I can't hear you, Daniel.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
But he does have, he sent it to my email.
He's got physical copies. Maybe he can make a copy and send me one.
Do you have it? Did he send you one to your email?
I have it already emailed, but how do I point my camera at an email?
No, you can go anywhere and print it out. I printed mine out at the library.
Yeah, but all I have is my cell phone. I don't mess. My laptop only is used for playing videos on YouTube. I don't download anything. I don't use it for email or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just play videos on my laptop, and I use everything on my cell phone. So I don't know how I print it off. What would I have to do? I have to go to like FedEx, bring it up on their computer, or go into my email, and then print it off from there? Is that what I'd have to do?
Yeah, or we'll just mail you one.
I said, it's good that somebody else makes videos about it. He's the one who has the book. You know what I mean? I've read it. It verifies the shit I'm saying. Now you should make some videos about it, pointing out, look what he found. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tell Daniel I can't hear him. All I see is his face.
I know. I texted him and told him we can't hear him. Oh my God.
So, what else did you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. I just wonder that he's coming back in. So he must
You
have
got to see the last couple of videos I did. I'm telling you, these last few videos, just go to my channel. I tap the videos button. I mean, I talk about shit nobody else does. And nobody else talk about this stuff. So the minute you have that knowledge, Jada, you should be making videos like you're like a.
Can you guys hear me or no?
I can hear you now, Daniel.
Okay, yeah, I have hard copies. I gave the book away, like I was saying, I gave the paperback book to the guy.
What I was saying is
like 6 of the books. I have hard copies though, so yes, I could make more videos outlining and underlining the basics, basically, yeah.
Hey, listen, you need to make videos of it because you got the hard copies. You know what I mean? I don't have a printer around here. I'm like poor and stuff. And what I'm saying is that it's good that you found it because that's something you need to lead away, and that ties into all this stuff. And Jada, you should be like a female me, you know, that talks like me and acts like me. And when you see it like that, and because really, all those sisters out there, they're pitiful. They can't see anything. I mean, you have to spell it out for them that they're not an accident floating through space right now. I mean, you have to literally spell it out for them. They think that NASA's real. They really believe the shit on TV. They'll take their vaccines with a happy smile. And they don't even know they're a cannibal, and their country set up a corporation in their name, and that house that they own, they were such a retard. They signed a promissory note and the deed, and it's crazy. The minute they're 91 days late, the insurance pays off their loan in full. They end up paying for their car, their college, whatever it is, whatever loan there is out there. They're being fucked every which way from Sunday, and they can't see it until you point it out to them. So it's like nobody can compare to you, and you should be direct, Jada. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all fucking retarded in comparison to you. I mean, all of them. You can't point to anybody that remotely knows this shit like you do.
So, Quasi, have you seen any of my videos when I first made this channel?
I've been watching all your videos. I fucking love your channel.
So when I first started this crap, it's the whole reason, and I was trying to get people to understand they're not even natural persons. They're considered animals. I was driving myself crazy. Like, these are gray hairs for me trying to tell people over and over and over again, where I was just driving myself crazy. Like, me and Lee were making videos hours after hours after hours, even walking people through how to become natural persons. And nobody's going to put in the legwork, so I'm not about to drive myself crazy. I'll put it out there. Those who are going to eat are going to eat. Those that aren't, I don't have time. So I'm trying to keep my own sanity. So I just try to share, lead people to the truth, make videos. So somebody will find it because I was driving myself crazy.
You know what you do is you just point out the truth. Like I said, you need to cut to the prize. Everybody wants everlasting life. That's the prize. You need to go right for the prize. Yeah. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. You got to go right for the prize. Did you know that every compass points to the everlasting life? It's right over there, 12-hour flight, and that it's hiding on every plain view. You have to go right for the prize. And NASA's been busted. There's air bubbles in all their footage. Outer space doesn't exist. Everybody thinks they're an accident. You have to come out hard.
Listen, I take the New York City subway.
Listen to me. Once you narrow those things down, okay, you understand something? You have to classify them right up front as a retard if they think this way. Okay, otherwise, if they don't, until you explain it to them, they're fucking retarded, and you have to remember that. So it's okay to treat and talk to people this way in your videos, because really, who would point it out to them if you didn't? Who's going to point it out to them? Tell me. They're not going to stumble on my video.
Not many people, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You have this knowledge that goes beyond measure, and you still don't see it yet. You need to start applying it by going straight to the fucking prize.
Well, listen, I live in New York City, Quasi. Listen, I live in New York City.
You're gonna go through the trains and hand out those flyers. I got.
Well, no. I've stood up, and I've gone on a fucking flat Earth rant, and I say, listen, most people are fucking missing half their fucking brains. You guys can't see it. I told them. I said, you guys, you can't see it. You're living on a fucking flat Earth. Some people look at me. Well, a lot of fucking people looked at me. They thanked me. They were like, wow. I fucking kind of believe you. I said, look it up on the internet. You have to look it up on the internet. You're living on a fucking flat Earth, and at the center, that's the way out of this fucking mess that we're in. And I've talked to so many fucking people, and I've brought a lot of people to fucking both you guys' videos and other people's videos that are saying fucking truth. And I do it every fucking day, every day. I
made a video with flighttracker.com and show people how flights take off in the middle of the ocean, nowhere around, and how you can't see. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You can go to flighttracker.com You can go to fidelity.com and see you have stock in your name. I walked people through this during screen shares.
Hey, you know what? It's like you guys are still trying to convince yourselves. And you guys are still talking about everything but the fucking prize. And I don't get it. Eye on the prize. The center of the dish is the only thing you should come out of your mouth. It's the fountain of youth. What could be more important than this? You know what I mean? You got to stop trying to convince people about all this other shit and just get right to the heart of the matter. Every compass that you look at is pointing inward to the center of the dish, and you need to get there before you're fucking dead. You understand me? What could be more important than that? Why would you waste your breath on anything but that? All my videos are narrowed down to this basic information, however pretty I show it up with flyers, with images from books or whatever. It's still the basic information in every video. The center of the dish is where the whole is. You need to get there before you're dead. Blood over intent. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's that you need to keep your eye focused on the prize. That's where we're going.
Of course.
Isn't that where we're going?
Yeah,
yeah. Attitude, right? So.
Yeah, Quasi, it's a process. Before you can expose anyone to the center of the earth.
Over there right now. Just don't waste your time with people arguing with them. They're not going to look it up on the internet. Like I said, my son qualifies somebody first before he engages them. Because the minute, who could be at your intelligence level? Nobody. You can make videos, and you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that, all right, now the process ran out for me. What is in my head now in my videos? If you look back, I always point out the prize. And that prize is everlasting life. Your way out of here. Every compass points to it. Do you understand me? To make a video that doesn't point this out, to talk to somebody about anything like about a dome and stuff, it's useless. You got to go right for the prize. You have to be retarded. It's every compass points to it. You engage them on this level about the prize and nothing else. To waste your time on anything else makes no fucking sense. Do you understand me? Because it will only bring you aggravation. You have to say it's every compass points to your salvation. It's right over there. You'd have to be retarded not to see it. It's on every freaking symbol. You set up a Christmas tree with the X in the center. Everyone knows X marks the spot. And then the tree coming out, it's the spear that pierces the side of Jesus Christ is on the cross. And the sun is conscious. You talk about shit like this. And I look into this and I speak my intent. And you're still talking about being on a ball floating through space? Are you a fucking retard? You think you're an accident? Are you out of your fucking mind? I mean... And you got to go like this, man. To talk about when somebody engages you about stupid shit, you got to slam them like this. That's the way to handle it. So next time we talk, you got to jump your brain to the next level. The process has now run its course. You heard it from me. You got to build it into you. Don't let anybody. Whatever you fight, you become. So just cut straight to the chase. You want to benefit somebody? Then show them where everlasting life is. If you have 1 minute to talk to them, you say every compass points to the center of a dish, a flat earth plane, and you need to get there before you're dead. If you only had anything that I make sure, no matter, that's what I'm pointing out. How are you going to benefit somebody if you don't point that out? You know what I'm saying? It needs to be the bread and butter of you're talking to somebody now. That's your bread and butter. To talk about all that other shit, you need to just drop it. Everybody knows the earth is flat. You'd have to be fucking retarded. You ever seen?
Well, that's not everyone knows. Not everyone knows yet, but.
Right, but if you want them to go look, then you tell them every compass that you pick up is pointing to the Holy Grail. It's just that simple. Go look for yourself. Type it into a computer where you can't find it. It's been exposed, okay? And that's as air bubbles and all the footage. It's all fake, okay? Don't wait. It's for you to engage in other shit. It doesn't make sense. You got to go straight. Like I said, you got to go straight and you go get to that prize. You'll have a lot more satisfaction when they leave knowing that information. if you ever, what could be more important than that? Who's going to hear those words before they're dead if you don't tell them?
Of course. Well, yeah. Well,
I have to get that information across to them so they can never say nobody ever told them. You fucking told them. So, like I said, if you're going to engage people, you go for the good stuff, everlasting life. That's what's going to turn them on, not your negative shit about disaster and this has to happen. No. We're going to make it to the center of the dish before we're dead. I'm going to scream this out top of my lungs for the next 5 years. I have the internet. I can hit millions of people. We're going to get there. It's a win-win. People have their blood spilled beside mine. Yeah, I mean, you got to keep it on this type of level. So don't let people engage you on that stupid level from here out. Do you hear me? This is old shit. Go watch an Eric Dubai video, you fucking retard. You know what I'm saying? You have to handle like that. What, you never seen Eric Dubai? He's already exposed that shit. You know what I mean? Just leave that shit up for the other people. We're on the other,
I do.
other level. You know what I mean?
Videos.
We don't talk about that stupid shit anymore. We're on the higher level. They're still talking. They don't even know the astrolight. They don't know anything. It's crazy.
I know. No one's talking about this shit. The black sun, the green astrolights, the center of the dish. I know. I know. I'm talking about this. I am talking about this. I mentioned all that other stuff. I do mention all that other stuff, but I also, my main goal, my main point at the very end is say, listen, there's a hole in the center. We have to migrate there. That's Hyperborea. That's Avalon. All the compasses point there.
That's where that's where the Holy Grail is. That's where everlasting life is. So chop that hole down. All that shit now is chopped down to the fountain of youth. You'd have to narrow it down.
My main point at the very end is that hole, the center, that we have to migrate to, and we're going to go there, and no one's going to stop us. Nobody's going to stop us. That's what I say. I talk about all this other stuff. I build up, and then at the very end, I always let them know there's a hole that we have to go to. And
yeah, we talked about last couple of videos, right?
They thought they were in a fucking spinning ball. 2 seconds ago, they talked to me. Now they want to migrate to the center of the dish. And I have my own style that I dish it out to people about the dish. That's what I say.
Dude, all you need is a picture like you saw in my video. Those pictures. You could print those off.
I send them to your videos and Eric Dubai's and all these.
You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is print those off right. You have a printer, don't you?
Yeah.
So just go to my video, snap a picture, and print out those pictures. It says it all right there. There's nothing else you have to say. You know what I mean? You just say it's right there. Again, the idea is to narrow it down to the least amount of talk. I mean, you're the New Yorker. You know what I mean? I was born in New York, but I moved down here when I was 8 years old. I
can tell by your accent. You're from New York, right?
Right, but you have the accent. You know what I mean? And you're the one who rides the subway. What I'm saying is that, you know, you're like the Andrew. You're more closer to the Andrew Dice Clay than me.
Fuck you.
The idea is to narrow it down to the shortest amount of speech. That's what I'm trying to, if you look at my video, I'm trying to get it down to like a minute long where I can make a minute video and wake up thousands of people and make them want to go watch more videos because I grabbed them with something. The Fountain of Youth, Everlasting Life, it's right over there. You got to make sure every video has this information and then you say, go see one of my other videos or something, and you make videos in this type of stuff. People want this. Who doesn't want everlasting life?
Everybody does.
It's so easy. It's right over there. Every compass points to it. Pick up any compass. It's right over there. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's right over there. I can see it. I can detect it. I'm telling you, I look into the sun and the sun is conscious. We are inside of the sun and I'm seeing shit that other people can't see. Okay? Now you can see it. So this is how we're going to get there. And I know you want to get there before you're dead, don't you?
Of course.
And everybody that you're going to engage with, you make sure that they depart with that basic knowledge. It should be the first thing you talk about. It's right over there. You have to be ridiculous. Every fucking compass. You really think you're in a ball floating through space? An accident? My God. Balls. You ever been in a fucking playground before?
They're blown away at the end.
Here, on the downswing, what would happen? You'd hit the fucking ground in an instant. Well, now, picture that in reverse. Now you're standing on the ball, and it's spinning as fast as the swing is going like this. You go flying off. It's just in reverse. People don't see it until you point it out to them. In any case, I wish I could stay on here forever. You know, it's kind of loud, me talking and everything, and my family sleeping. So
they're probably used to you, though.
No. Would you guys forgive me if I wrap this up? I mean, my wife is eyeing me.
She's giving you the eye.
Yeah. I love you guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, listen, man. We got into this together. I helped expose your face, and
right, but like I was saying, I promised my wife I'd be done by midnight. And
okay, it's midnight right now. Oh, shit.
It's 10:10 right now. So
okay, all right.
I love you guys. Forgive me. Can we do it any other? We can do it tomorrow. Again, I've been free from 9:30 till midnight every night.
Okay, all right. No problem.
I love you guys.
Take care, man.
Bye, Quasi.
Quasi, take care, man. Adios.